Hi everyone, and welcome to Coffee with My Sunshine and a really fun Valentine DIY hop. Let's get started. So to start, you're going to need a frame of your choosing. This is one that I got from my in-laws that they were getting rid of. These foam hearts from the Dollar Tree, and some paint stir sticks. Some thread or ribbon. I didn't end up using this, but you can. And I just cut the stir sticks down to size, and then I'm just hot gluing them across. And I want them in a, it's going to be kind of like a cross pattern. It can be diagonal, however you want it. Mine's just going to be very simple. And I'm just kind of laying it out to make sure that the little indentions on the stir sticks won't show as much. And then after you're done gluing the first layer, just glue down the second layer on top of that. And I'm alternating which way the stir sticks go. That way the indentions or the, you know, where it kind of grooves in isn't going to be just on one side. And make sure when you're doing this that you don't use as much hot glue as I did, or if you do, make sure you wipe it up before it dries, because mine is kind of puking out the front. And then really simple, just choose the heart that you want and hot glue it down. And I think it's like, it makes like a really pretty basket look that you can hang on your wall. And I think it's really cute and really simple. So as for this Valentine DIY hop, I've never done one of these, but I've been watching them over on Happily Thriving Heidi. She's actually the one who contacted me and invited me to this collab. And I'm super excited because I love all these ladies joining in, and that is Heidi from Happily Thriving Heidi, Love and Life's Journey, Lisa and Company, and Living It Country. They all have fabulous channels, and all you're going to have to do is, after you're done watching my video, click on the link in my description box, and that will take you to the next person's video, and then you will watch that, and then in their description box they will have a link that will take you to the next video. So I think it's super fun because you don't know what's coming up. For this next one, you're just going to need one of these little acrylic trays from the dollar store, these 3 glass vases from the dollar store, and some florals from the dollar store. I'm also using some of these Arteza paints. You can use whatever you have. And this was the inspiration for this piece. It obviously didn't turn out the same because these aren't metal, but I was trying to recreate it with these paints. I'm starting with these silver colors. You want to start with a lighter gray, and that's where I'm using the chalk paint and a makeup sponge. And I'm just kind of dabbing it. I'm sure you've seen this technique all around. Everybody has done it. It just kind of gives it like a metal galvanized look. And you want to do one good layer on each of the pieces. So after that layer is done, you move on to the darkest gray color or silver color that you're using. You want this to be kind of like a metallic-y look so that it gives the a little bit of a metal look. And you're going to do the same thing with the makeup sponge, and you know, push light in some spots and harder in others, and maybe kind of like twist the sponge a little bit just to give it a little bit of different texture. You don't want it to be all solid. And here's Bella. She's always overseeing my DIY projects. She just loves to stand there for some reason when I'm doing my crafts on the floor. After that layer is dried, you're going to move on to the lightest silver color. And this you're not going to want to put all over. It kind of depends on how much of the shimmery metal look you want. And I was kind of light-handed with this. And then just because it looked kind of solid, I'm taking some of this, these bronze or brownish color metallic paints, and I'm just going to go over the top and kind of where like rust would be. I just mix those two together. And again, you want to be light-handed with this. And I think it just kind of breaks up the silver a little bit. And it makes it look a little bit more like the picture. So after that was dried, I'm just taking some of this chalkboard sticker from Arteza. I can have these linked in the description box if you're interested. I'm not being paid by them. They just sent me some of their products a while back to try. And in the picture it showed like a metal edging around the chalkboard, but I didn't know what to use, so I just used some of this twine. I think if I did it over again, I would do something a little bit different. I'm not totally liking how it looked, but then you can draw a heart or write anything that you want. I think it's super cute. And then I used some marbles at the bottom just to hold the florals in place, and also so I didn't have to fill as much of it with candy. And then after I put the marbles in, I just added some of these chocolate hearts from the dollar store and broke up the florals that I had. And added those in. I think they're super pretty and kind of cute and Valentine's-y. I will show you what it looks like at the end. For this next project, I got some books from the thrift store. They were actually going to be getting rid of them, so anybody who hates when people take apart books and stuff for DIYs, they were going to go in the garbage anyway. So I thought, why not repurpose them? So I saw a picture on Pinterest, that's where the inspiration came, of a sign that said "Love you always," and it was like a really beaten up wood sign. I should have taken a picture to show you, but I remembered one of the last projects that I did with wood, somebody said they just didn't have access to wood, so I was trying to come up with an idea that would kind of give you the rustic wood look to put the words on, or the sign. So I've seen these books where they take the covers off and leave them really, really rustic and paint them white usually, but I wanted to go with a pink Valentine's color. So that's kind of how this all came about. So I just took this pink chalk paint and gave it a couple coats and then wrapped the twine around the top as I saw in the picture. And then with these stencils that I got from my local hardware store, you can get them really anywhere, you know, any craft store. And just wrote "Love you always" and made sure that some of the letters hit, you know, 2 books, just to kind of give it that I don't know, that like palette wood look. And as you're doing this, you want to make sure that the books stay level on the bottom so that once you put the books upright, the letters aren't all wonky looking. So that's why I did the S this way, because that book wasn't sitting straight. And then I just kind of touched it up as I stood it up. And this is what they looked like together. I think they're super cute. And like I said, that's supposed to be a wood sign, but I thought it would be fun to try on some really rustic type books. So thanks so much for watching, guys. Let me know what you think in the comments, and don't forget to look in my description box for the next link to hop on over to the next awesome Valentine DIY. And I want to thank my sweet friend Heidi for inviting me to this Valentine's DIY hop, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!